Shout out to Erica Orban and Gwen Robertson. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for regular uploads and your chance to be included in shoutouts for future videos. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be making my ocean water bars, which I actually call Australian ocean water bars. I actually get my ocean water from a beautiful place in the central coast of New South Wales called Norah Head. I have a really good friend up there, so every couple of months I go and visit and I spend a couple of days there. And you've probably seen a video of me making that in the past in these individual molds here. And the reason why I'm not going to be making them in this anymore, even though these are beautiful, but it's just, you know, this is the only kind of workbench I have. And I have very limited room, so I try and make do with with the room that I have. And that's why the slab molds are really, really good. So I'm going to be moving away from these. I'll probably use these for personal use. I really like these. These are beautiful molds. But the problem is space. So this table can fit max 24 of those big bars, and that's just not enough now for the quantity of soap bars that I need to make. So I will be attempting this recipe. I'm very nervous because coconut oil soaps, 100% coconut oil soaps, harden up very quick. And I don't want to snap my wires. Plus ocean water or seawater has about 3.5% salt on average. Between 3 and 3.5% salt by volume. And it's just, as you've seen, in my previous videos, or if you've watched other people make ocean water bars, they do really, really go hard very quick, and they trace incredibly fast as well. So I'm a bit nervous in slabbing this up. It could go horribly wrong, and it could snap my wires. So I really have to really, really watch it. Like after pouring, every half an hour I have to come and check it just to see, how hard it is. And I don't know. I've never done a slab, so I couldn't even tell you. I've done 100% coconut oil in a slab without the ocean water, and that's been fine. But the addition of ocean water just, has its own challenges. So here I've got 2 kilos of ocean water left, exactly 2 kilos. I wanted to make 4 kilos, but it looks like I'm going to have to take another trip up to Norah Head shortly. So here I've got my 2 kilos of ocean water, and I will be making my coconut milk with the ocean water. You've seen probably a few weeks ago I've made coconut milk with coconut water, but now we're using ocean water, and it just adds that extra beautiful hydration. And I like the strength to be 10%, so 10% of 2 kilos is 200. So here we go, we've got 200 grams of organic coconut flakes. So we'll go and add that in. And I do add sugar to this. With the coconut water I don't, because it already kind of gets a little hot with the coconut water. So if you look here, per 100 grams, 6.6 grams of sugar. And so we've got 12 grams of sugar here because we put 200 grams. So we've got 13.4, I think. Let's just calculate. So 6.6 times 2, 13.2. Right. So I deduct 13.2 grams of sugar from my 3% sugar that I add, the brown sugar. So we've got a 2 kilo batch, which is 8 batches, because I do 25% water to oil ratio. So we'll do 30 times 8, 240 grams. So 240 minus, I'll just do 15. I'll just round it up, 15. So 225. So I'm going to put 225 grams of organic raw sugar. So let's tear that out. 225 grams. Perfect. So just to be on the safe side, because we are working with pure coconut oil and ocean water, and that most definitely does generate a considerable amount of heat. So I will I'm sure it'll be fine if I just added the full sugar, but I like to just be precise with my recipes. So I will just mix this up. This will be left here for 24 hours, just like the coconut water video. And I'll just give it a quick mix now. And I don't have to blend this now. I will blend this tomorrow. The coconut flakes are still a bit hard, so I'll let it really soak in. By this time tomorrow when I come back, the coconut flakes will be very soft. And so I will get this going, and I'll see you tomorrow. For you, of course, as you know, it'll be instant for you. So yeah, I'll just leave this for 24 hours. I will cover it, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello again, everyone. It's the morning. It's about 18 hours. It's been sitting in there. So I will just grab, just like my video making coconut milk with coconut water, same method. It's just using ocean water, and of course you don't have to use ocean water, you can just use normal distilled water and make your own coconut milk that way. So I'm just going to grab the stick blender, blend it as fine as I can, and I'll detach the stick blender and leave it sit there for another few hours just so I can extract all the sugars and all the goodness from the coconut chips. And I will then tray them up and put them in the chest freezer that I have, and they'll be ready to use in 24 hours. Alright, so as you can see, I don't have to lift it up, I'm sure you can see from there. It's nice, it's gone nice and milky, you can see. So it's coconut milk. You can make in like, under an hour if you use warm water, about 60 to 70 degrees Celsius, not boiling, but just 20 to 30 degrees under boiling water. And you just let the coconut chips sit in there, and then you blend it a few times and you just let it sit over an hour or 2 hour period, and then you strain it out and you've got coconut milk. But I'm quite busy as well, and I've got usually other stuff to do. So what I usually do is just like cold process method, I suppose, and I just let it sit. And I don't have any issues with doing that either. So you can do it either way, but this is just my preferred method.
All I want
Right, so I'm back. Oh my gosh. Right, so my ocean water coconut mixture, coconut milk mixture's here. Lye water's already added. It's sitting at 42 degrees right now, 44 degrees. And I've just added the sodium lactate as well because it's below 50 degrees. So I'm waiting for that to go to 30 degrees, plus my coconut oil has already melted. I'm just leaving it on the hot plate, and it's sitting around the 35 degree mark right now. When this hits 35, I'll bring the coconut oil here and let them both go down to 30 degrees. I have to say I am extremely, extremely nervous about this because I don't know, like it can just really go horribly wrong. And it's all comes down to if I can cut it and it's not going to, break any wires or anything like that on my log splitter and my bar cutter. I have done 100% coconut oil in a slab before without the ocean water, just a normal recipe, and it's worked out really, really nice. I have a video on that as well. I made a slab for charity, but I haven't used ocean water in a slab, so it's just, yeah, like I don't know why I did this to myself. Really, I really don't know why. Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, I don't know. This could be really wrong, but I'm still going to upload the video even if it goes completely wrong and I can't cut it and I just make a whole lot of mess. But I want to see, like, if I can do it. I have tried in these smaller logs, these ones, and they are fine, but this compared to a 6 kilo slab is, very, very different. And the heat that's going to be generated, I don't know if it's going to volcano, I don't know anything. I don't know how this is going to turn out at all. So I'm really, really nervous. And it is going to be a costly mistake if it doesn't work. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, we'll do it. I'm up for the challenge. Let's see. If this doesn't work, then I know 100% I will never ever try a ocean water recipe in a slab. I'll just avoid it 100%. Right, so from my ocean breeze bars, as I call them, it's a blend of lavender, essential oil. The full blend, like percentages, will be available in the description. It's lavender, cedarwood, peppermint, and petitgrain. Very, very beautiful combination. And it will be a 3-to-2 split. Or sorry, 4-to-2 because it's a 6 kilo batch. So 4 kilos will be coloured with ivory Australian clay. And then the 2 kilos will be coloured with just the white Australian clay. And then the ultramarine blue. This one's from lapis lazuli. It's a natural one, but they're not making it anymore. So I've got half left. So I've got about 50 grams left, which is really a shame because after when I use this colour up, I'm not going to have any natural ultramarine blue anymore because a lot of them now are synthetically made. So I don't know what I'm going to do when that finishes out. So every time I'm using it, I get a little anxious. I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? But that's fine. I'll think of something. I'll find something. I don't know. So today is a very doubtful day, both with this recipe plus using more and more of that ultramarine blue. So just, I don't know. I'm very anxious. I know I've said it 100 times already, but anyway, I will walk away and try and calm myself down and hopefully everything turns out all right. Fingers crossed. Right, so this was a very stressful one to make, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. I thought it was ready at 2 hour mark when I went to take it out of the mold, but as I was cutting in to it, it was especially towards the center of the slab. It was a little soft, so there's some bars that have those drag marks, as you can see, but really easy to take care of. I just wanted to wait for it to go hard a little bit, and you just get the flat peeler like this, the long one, and just clean it up. And it's absolutely fine up to that. Much better. So it's still there a tiny bit, only because it's dented, but compared to what it was, I mean, it's fine. So these are still absolutely fine. And they turn out, they're so hard already, hard like a rock. And that's because of obviously the salt water. But they still turned out beautiful. I mean, it was the first time doing it on the slab, so I think 2 hours was still a little premature. I probably should have waited 2.5 hours. Next batch I'll do is I'll wait 2.5 to 2 hours and 30 minutes or 2 hours and 45 minutes before actually taking it out of the mold. This was the first time, so of course there was a little bit of a mistake, but nothing too over the top drastic. My main issue was actually cutting it. Because these bars go very, very hard, and as you can see now, they are, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's very hard. It's a rock, like right now. And this is just, I've been letting it sit here for a few hours after I cut it, because I wanted to come back and just fix up, touch up these bars that need to be shaved and cleaned up. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with how they turned out. Beautiful, really, really nice. Oh, and the ocean breeze smell, oh, just love it. These are really popular, really, really popular. They sell out really quick in retail stores. Everyone seems to really love the ocean breeze bars. I was actually going to change the recipe, but the reason why I just want to keep this recipe 100% coconut oil is because it's just so fantastic on the skin, and I've just got such positive feedback that I don't want to change the recipe. And I know if I change the recipe that people will actually notice and might not like it anymore, or request me to bring back the original recipe. So I'm really hesitant to change recipes when I know they work. I tend to not want to do it. And this is definitely no exception. I do not want to change this recipe. It's just such a beautiful bar to use. And yeah, that's why I went through this whole stress and ordeal, putting this in a slab, and, you know, for good reason as well, because of the nature of pure coconut oil soaps, and using brine or ocean water really, really speeds things up. I did manage to slow down trace a lot by soaping at room temperature. So usually this is a really fast moving recipe after I put the colouring and like the clays and the ultramarine blue and then the essential oil blend. Usually moves by the time I go to pour it. It's quite thick. So I think it's really important to make sure they are as cool as possible. I soaked at 30 degrees Celsius. The oils are at 30 degrees and the lye water is at 33 degrees. And it seems to really hold down how fast it traces. Of course, it still traces fast compared to olive oil recipes. But, you know, considering what I'm working with, it actually behaved itself for the most part. So I'm really happy with how they turned out. Really nice swirls in the pot swirls. And usually with this, it's just a nightmare to do in the pot swirls with this recipe. But once again, it actually turned out okay. So I am quite pleased with how they turned out. I was very, very stressed out over this recipe. I was hassling, Ellie every day. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh no, it's going to fail. What do I do? Oh my gosh, I was stressing out all day, and my friend rang me before, actually, while I was filming, cutting this. I was on the phone with a friend of mine. She's like, are you all right? Everything will be all right. It'll be fine. And oh my gosh. Yeah, so today was pretty stressful. Very, very stressful. But I'm glad I did. I had to do it. And even if it failed, I just had to see if it can be done. I'm just that type of person. I need to see. I know, like, from what I've read online and stuff, people say, no, it won't work, or no, it goes too hard, too quick, you won't be able to cut it. Definitely, if this was a 0% super fat, like the dish and laundry bars that I make, I use 100% coconut oil, but 0% super fat. I have tried cutting that at 2 hours. Oh my gosh, you can't do it. It goes so hard, so quick. I think what makes this able to actually cut is the fact that there is 20% super fat. Otherwise, I think you wouldn't be able to cut it, just like the additional laundry bars. So I'm definitely glad this turned out good, and next time I won't be as worried or in such a mess. I'll know for next time just to leave it for a little bit longer, just so you can see, like, there's just a little kind of bump there, like it's not even as I was cutting it and unmolding it. And the thing is, when I was unmolding it as well, the first couple of times I tried to unmold it and I thought it was okay, I actually bent the sides a little bit, and I was really worried. I'm like, oh no, I've ruined the whole soap. It hasn't, that's it, it's ruined. I was panicking then as well, but it actually turned out okay. So I am actually quite happy with how it turned out. Alright, so I'm just going to finish cleaning these up, and then I'm going to put them on the curing rack, and they'll be ready in 4 weeks. So by the time, well, where are we now? We're mid-January almost. These will be ready in mid-February. I already got these bars already for sale, but the bigger versions. But I will not be making the really big bars anymore. 2 reasons. One, because I can't make a large quantity of them, because especially the space that those molds take out. I really have to slab this recipe up. And also the bars are pretty big, and it's a little difficult for people to hold. Even though the idea of it is nice, and just like you've seen those big bars I've made, like the dish and laundry bars, which is fine for dish and laundry, but I think to hold in the shower and for body use, I think it's a little overkill. I guess if you want to give this recipe a try, just know to keep an eye on it and just start really watching it after the 2-hour mark, and just touching the top and getting a general feel of the side. If you have removable sides, it's a plus, it's a real big bonus. You're going to need removable sides to make a judgment on if they're ready to cut or not. And if you don't have removable sides, then you're just going to have to try and unmold it after the 2.5-hour mark. That's if you're wanting to. Probably most people wouldn't need to make it like this, but I just need to really ramp up how much of these bars I can make in one go. And I'm really happy that I can actually slab these up. They are beautiful bars. Just ocean water. If you haven't tried it, you just absolutely have to try it. It's just an amazing bar, especially the pure coconut oil. Really nice. And I'm really bad with the peeler. So the sides, because everyone was asked, you get your sides really nice and perfect. I actually do not use this on the sides to bevel them. I literally, because these are still, even though they're hard, but the sides are still relatively soft. So what I do, because I'm wearing gloves, I just run my finger down, and that smooths out the sides, and I don't need to use the peeler. So that smooths out the sides. And I find that to be adequate, more than adequate. You don't actually have to use that. So if you're good, if you've got a steady hand, use the peeler. But I don't have a steady hand. I've got a shocking hand. And I always screw it up. And yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to finish with these. And yes, thanks for watching, and thanks for coming along with me on this very anxious ride. And see you later. Bye.